Greetings, Dr. Tal here, and today we're going to be speaking about fasting and total health. Dr. Tal Kamisi here, Dr. Tal here, and hope everyone's having a beautiful day today. So, when it comes to the body and eating healthy food, some of us believe that we can just eat all day long. So we just consume and snack all day long. And what happens, basically, the body is constantly in a digestive way of mode of functioning. And that stops the body from repairing any type of cellular damage or just basically healing itself in general. So fasting is a way to allow the body to rest, the digestive system to rest, and to go into more of a repair mode in healing itself. Many of us eat too late at night, and a plethora of things that causes the body to, over time, wear down and wear out very, very quickly or prematurely. So there are different types of fast. But fasting basically means to abstain from something. So a fast from food would be to stay away from food or abstain from food. But some people do actually go on water fast or fruit fast. So you just gear the fast to your liking and what you may feel comfortable with. Technically, a fast doesn't start until the third day. That's when the digestive system shrinks and you no longer have a craving for food. It's those first 2 to 3 days is the most difficult for most people. But the key thing to understand is that if you're always eating, you're not allowing the body to repair itself. So it doesn't matter what you're eating. You could be eating healthy or so-called healthy or plant-based or whatever it is. If you're always eating, it's going to be an issue because all foods create free radicals and types of cellular debris, which the body has to try to cleanse itself from. So it doesn't matter if you eat 10 salads a day, it's all plant-based. It doesn't matter what you're eating. It could be as raw as possible. If you're not fasting, your system's still gonna be backed up. So you wanna allow some time throughout the day or throughout the week or throughout the year that you abstain from food. Many people who are into fasting usually choose the equinox and solstice to fast because of the way the body's changing climates. So to allow the body to climate itself properly into the environment, you would typically go into a fast on a spring equinox or summer solstice or things of that sort. The thing about fruits and vegetables is nature has a way of defending itself. And what I mean by that is what you call the medicinal benefit of a fruit or vegetable or a food is actually the poisonous effects of that food. Now, I know that sounds a bit strange, but let me kind of explain this a little bit deeper here. When you eat an orange, you say, okay, you get vitamin C from that, right? Even though you're not technically getting vitamin C from the orange, the orange is actually stimulating the vitamin C that's already in your body. So it's impossible to consume food, you see. So you just follow along what I'm trying to say here. Basically, whenever you eat a carrot or an apple, say it's beta carotene, vitamin A, or different vitamin B, that is the actual poisonous effects of the food. Now, I'm not saying it's bad. What I'm saying is nature has built into it that if you consume too much of one thing, it becomes adverse, you see. So nature says if you eat too much of me, if I'm an apple, if you eat too much of that, then you're gonna get ill. If you eat too much of this, you're gonna get ill because nature is trying to protect its the way it produces. Are basically saying, I don't want to become extinct. So if you overconsume me, you're gonna get sick. So this is why fasting is very important. So no matter how much food or healthy food you're consuming, you're still gonna kind of tilt that balance scale when it comes to what is healthy and what's not healthy, no matter what you're eating. Though I do promote a plant-based lifestyle, it's important to allow the body to just rest and not eat. So you could pick a day of the week that you choose not to consume food, or a certain time of the year that you choose not to consume food for a longer duration of time than usual. This allows the body to get a chance to repair itself. The thing about snacking and things of this sort, it actually hinders the body from allowing it to do what it needs to do when it comes to healing the body. Along with the other facts of just consuming a steak by itself is equal to a construction worker doing 8 hours of labor. So digesting one steak is equal to a construction worker doing a full day of labor. Now on top of that, it takes the body the body can only digest 8 grams of uric acid per 24 hours, and a steak has about 20 grams of uric acid. So if you're consuming meat, you do the math there, you should only be eating meat or steak every 2 to 3 days, you see, because that allows the body to get to digest that uric acid. And uric acid is very adverse to the prostate of men and causes a lot of prostate issues and things of that sort. So the thing about understanding foods and fasting, the body, when it goes through a fast, it's not eating itself, it's getting rid of what it doesn't need. So if a boat was sinking, theoretically, you would throw out the things that are not essential towards life. So you would throw out the TV, the radio, this and that. Anything that stops that boat from sinking, it would throw out. The body does the same thing when it comes to fasting. It throws out the things that it doesn't need. And we call that cleansing, or the purging process. It also happens when you switch over to a cleaner diet. Some people say, oh, I tried to eat this way and I got sick. No, it doesn't necessarily mean you got sick. It means that the body went through a cleansing process. And since you misconstrued the cleansing process for being ill, you abandoned the mission and went back to the ways you were eating because the body was used to it. So whenever the body's going through new adjustments, it's going to go through a purging process or adjustment. So don't confuse the healing crisis for adverse effects is what I'm saying. But fasting is very important. It's practiced by many cultures. It's the best way to allow the body to just heal itself. You don't have to take any herbs. You don't take anything you don't want to. Just stop eating. Just stop consuming food. You can drink water if you want to. If you want to do a water fast, or I recommend a coconut water fast because it allows the body to cleanse itself more thoroughly, and it kind of keeps your electrolytes stabilized and restores your electrolytes as well. But if you want to do a herbal fast, you can do that well. But there's many different types of fast. You just gear it toward what you feel like you need to do to help the body heal certain parts that need to be healed. So fasting is a very good thing to incorporate in your life. So I recommend it at least once a week, if not at least once a month for one day, or 24-hour period or something that allows you. The body has to go through a fast anyway. That's why when you break your fast in the morning, you call it breakfast, because when you sleep, you wake up and then you break your fast. So breakfast doesn't mean early in the morning. Breakfast means the first meal you eat after you wake up. So if you eat a meal at 3 p.m., if you had a hamburger and fries at 3 p.m., that was your breakfast. And the thing about that, it causes issues because the stomach was smaller and the intestines shrunk down. So you broke your fast with something that's heavy like that. It's gonna cause difficulties in digestive issues and stuff like that. But anyway, I don't want to keep this too long. Just try to incorporate that into your lifestyle if you could. It helps with just healing the whole body, the total body itself. And you'll feel the difference. It may be a struggle at first, so just take your time with it. You can start off with 1 day, maybe work yourself to 2, and then you feel like you can make it to 3. That's great. After the 3rd day, like I said, it's a lot easier. So The funny thing about it is, after the third day, you may not even want to go back to eating food. That's when the body starts to go through a state of euphoria, and you feel like, okay, I could do this. So um, just keep that in mind. It's a great skill to have, a great thing to incorporate. So with that said, everyone have a beautiful night. Stay safe, stay healthy. Know that this is a lifestyle, not a diet. Peace.